Yeah. A friend of mine's son is currently. I'm just thinking about when you said the size difference. A friend of mine's son is currently at. Well, I won't name the team because it's probably not fair, but
Mm.
he's also being looked at by a top Premier League team. One of the, I mean,
Right.
the old Big Four, if you could. And it's a team that used to be known. People will figure it out, but as long as we don't say it, it's safe, isn't it? But um, they used to be known for their football. They're very Barca-like in their style. And he's being looked at by them. The problem is, they said he's got all the ability in the world, he's skillful, he's exactly what they were looking for 10, 15 years ago. Whereas now they said they're looking for bigger lads. Like they want players who are minimum 5'10". And he's got an Indian father, so he's Indian himself and an Indian mother. And I've seen that there's a big problem with people from kind of Asian backgrounds in terms of size and getting scouted. I think Copper
Mm.
90 did a documentary on it where they said that they've had to create their own league because they're just not being looked at. Is
Right.
it number one? What's going on there with the kind of Asian footballers? Is it something that scouts still look at, or is it a problem? And what about the size thing in terms of like those top teams? Is that something we're going to see in the future? The old motto of a good big un is better than a small good un. A lot of people said that in the
Yeah,
past.
I think it will depend. Every club has their own DNA of an academy player that they sort of, be called the academy DNA, and that's what you would scout by. So that might be we're looking for small technical players that are good on the ball, intelligent. Another club might be looking for just athletes, physically strong, quick, powerful. I've always been of a mind where I think you need a mix, and maybe that's sometimes. I find the problem when you have a DNA of a certain player, then you have 11 of them. And going back to what
Yeah,
we said, they're not going to make a good team. Having 11 Messis isn't going to be a good football team because you're not going to be very good at defending. And that's the only problem, because there'll be some players like where you mentioned Gary Neville, you might not put him in your world 11, but you'd have him as your fullback if you're building a team. So I think it's good to have a mix. I think there's some fantastic small players around. I don't think it's a case that they're not being picked up and they're not being scouted. It's just the problem you have is you scout them, you put them in the academy, whether they come out the other end and the first team manager thinks they're good enough to play for the first team is then not your decision as a scout. So,
yeah,
we put them in and then it's down to a lot of other people once our job's over then. We put them into the club and then it's down to the player for one, and then the coaches to believe in that player, then the under 21s manager to believe in that player, then the first team manager to believe in that player. So
is
it's
is
a
that the
long road after.
is that the kind of motto of the teams now though? So like, let's say they've got 11 players or 10 players, because obviously the keeper, but 10 players that are similar in terms of like that build, that criteria that we mentioned. Um, and they lose maybe more games than they should, but then one or two make it through the conveyor belt and make it into the first team. Is that kind of the mentality
That,
that
that's the main. That's the main goal, isn't it? To produce players that go on and play professional football for the football club. So I think they're always looking at sort of one or two from each age group that they think they've got a chance. That one's got a chance, and then they'll do what they can to push them players through. The problem is for every one that makes it, like we said, out of a group of one age group, you might have a 16, 20 player squad, and only one of them is going on, each time. There's a lot of boys left without a football club.